So here we are at the anti-Trump Indivisible Houston event. And if you look over my shoulder, there's really not that many people here. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can zoom in on this and get you guys a little bit better view of what's really going on right here in Houston. I'm going to say there's maybe 50, 65 people here. Maybe. Now they're supposed to be having some big time speakers. I might go over there and ask them what happened. Are you with this group? What's happening? Are you taking the sign down?
Scissors or knife.
I think we're done.
I thought the event went till 9 o'clock.
No.
That's what the Facebook page said.
I'm not one of the organizers. I'm just helping. I think with the rain that they just had to
shut it down early. Yeah. So are you guys closing the event early?
I don't know. Would you mind getting the picture with the TH?
It's just because there was a in there.
Oh, I see. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Don't worry about that. I'll see you
I don't know what we're doing Tuesday.
Are you guys closing the event early?
This is it.
I thought you guys were going to have Gene Green and Sheila Jackson Lee coming over here.
Sheila Jackson Lee had to back out, unfortunately.
Is it the weather?
I don't know. Didn't provide details.
Really? So,
Nice for your
yeah, I'm just doing a little YouTube video. My name is Johnny Jetrod.
Bill.
And I just want to try to come over here and give you guys some balanced coverage. I'm not a Democrat, I'm a Libertarian.
Okay.
But I want to understand more of what your cause is here and why you're here.
Yeah, I would be glad to refer you to our March leader who put a lot of this together, and she's far better about purpose and things like that. We
Really?
got particular demands that we are building this around.
No response from you?
I'm just not as good at communication. So
Okay, all right. This is the guy right here, right?
this dude would be glad to speak with you. Hey Daniel, when you got a minute.
Human
Hey,
sauna. Human sauna was what we played. It was good. It was
I'm Daniel Cohen, chair of Indivisible Houston.
Okay, so you're down here at the park today for what purpose?
We have two demands or main demands, and one is nonpartisan independent investigation into possible election interference, and the second one is full financial disclosure in relationship to that investigation or anything that may arise surrounding the probe.
Full financial disclosure, that would be...
Release of the president's tax returns. There may be other financial documents as well. At a certain point, just like with legal contracts, eventually I'd want to make sure that qualified professionals
Okay,
would
so
pull those. So
you're not assuming that there is an assumption of guilt. You're wanting to find the facts. Is that true?
Yeah, everyone has a right to a fair trial and and I understand that a probe is not a trial, but the spirit of that I think should come through in America.
Yeah, the spirit of...
Sure.
We want to know what the real deal is.
Yes.
Okay, and now, and me not being on your side, I do agree with you that we need a fair and balanced investigation into what really happened.
Sure.
Because from my side of the story, I believe that some of the press has exaggerated it from both sides of the press. Do you agree?
So I would say I'm sure there's a journalist who has. I'd have to sit with you and look at this publication covered this way, this, that way. And the reason, I'm not trying to dodge your question. The reason that I say it like that though is I'm real intense about actually analyzing news. That's very important to me.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that I think that news did not keep up with the digital change. And so we've gotten into a very messy place where the blanket's kind of hard to make out.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Because I think that the use of social media can construe the facts.
Use of anything. I'll tell you. In fact, if we want to go into that territory, if it works for you, the way I see it is, that the news media changed hands, right? The major corporations, the major 3 networks changed hands.
Yes.
It's a great book called Three Blind Mice by Ken Auletta that covers this.
Yeah.
And when it went into new ownership, there was a little bit of an ideological fight between the news people and sort of the more profit-driven side of it. And by the way, just so you know, I think for some reason, public media works really well some places, doesn't work that well in other places.
Right.
I think private media works really well in some places, doesn't seem to work that well in other places.
Right, yeah.
When they changed hands, that's where the network news came in, that's where the 24-hour news cycle came in, and that's where they said, you have to be in the black, you can't be in the red anymore, Jack Benny's not going to pay for you anymore. And then we got social media, which made it interactive, and then we put more reporting on these things and put them in our pocket.
Yeah.
So when you say, has some of the news done better or worse with some of this, what I really think is media landscape is just bonkers.
Okay.
So-
One more quick question.
Sure.
This probe into the information that we want to know
Yes.
about possible Russian meddling into the election.
Interference, or sure.
And then we want to know more about Donald Trump's financial history by releasing his taxes.
Yes.
You, as an individual, what do you personally expect to find or find out, or what are your expectations from the government by continuing this probe?
Well, there have been enough connections that we've seen, loose connections, and we know that between private investigations that have gone on in Ukraine, and who knows whether or not that's what's there or not there,
Including Macedonia?
Potentially. Point being that there have been investigations internationally, but there's also been, more importantly, there's been domestic investigations
Sure.
that have revealed things that look fishy.
Yes.
So we'd like to see an independent, nonpartisan, reasonably funded investigation. The special prosecutor, I think, was a good move. But
With Mueller,
the
right.
problem is, I think that the president can fire the special prosecutor. So in this case, I'd like to see an independent probe.
Okay, so you want to see something separate from what's happening now, right?
I would like to see an independent probe as well. Yes, I think that the special prosecutor was a step in the right direction. That's good. But the problem is that he can fire him. I don't know. I would say we don't exactly know entirely all of the details behind the firing of James Comey. There's potential partisan bias from either side when it comes to that issue. But I'd like to know the truth about what's behind that. But I'd also like to know that the truth can come out in the future with another special prosecutor.
I do kind of agree with the Comey issue. Okay, so if Mr. Mueller completes his investigation, whatever the facts are that he finds, will you be satisfied with the results, no matter what the results are?
Well, there have been times in American government, and you're a libertarian as well, where there can be bias within the government and there can be extenuating circumstances.
Yeah.
So when you say whatever the results might be, I need to see how the investigation plays out. I think it was a step in the right direction, but I think that everyone's entitled to a fair trial. The trial should go the way that it's supposed to go, and there should be no besmirching of justice within context of the trial.
Oh, absolutely. I agree 100%.
So that's how it is.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate you letting me come down here and give you a short interview.
Can I say one other thing, too?
Yes, you absolutely can.
I appreciate talking to somebody who thinks differently than I do about it, and I appreciate somebody who gives us a fair interview and just wants to know what we think and have a discussion about that as well. Do you cover this on your blog and kind of what you think about this?
Actually, I don't think I'm going to give that much commentary because you covered as much as you need to cover.
Okay.
However, I may do an additional video about the fairness you gave me with the interview.
Okay.
The information is completely separate because it was your information, not mine.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
Is
Thank
that
you
fair
very
enough?
much. Yeah, I
All right.
appreciate it.